What's happening, you guys? Um I really have been dealing with a lot of changes lately. I'm waiting for someone to call right now, so I don't know if this video is going to get interrupted. But a while ago I said that I wanted to share something that I was doing, and I may have briefly mentioned it when I was in Florida. When I was in New York, I started doing mantras, but not consistently. When I moved to Florida, I got back into doing it again, and I actually saw the power of the mantras working for me when it came to the favor that I was getting, where the job that I had, I was PRN, and I was getting called back to back for time to come in over people that were full-time, which they said that they were only calling full-time people in. But when I would do this mantra, I was going in for it, and it was to remove obstacles for abundance. The mantra that I was doing, and I'll have to get into the whole significance of what each thing means when it comes to it, is Om Lakshmi Ganapataye Namaha. Lakshmi deals with wealth. Ganesha deals with abundance. And so it was unblocking those obstacles of abundance for me when it came to my job. Now, just a regular mantra that I started doing again since I moved to where I am now, to unblock all obstacles, is Om Ganapataye Namaha. I personally have a strong liking to Ganesha, and I feel called by Ganesha. I started doing the mantra for Ganesha and the sun before I knew that it was, before I knew that the two of them, Vishnu and Ganesha, before I knew that they were, I guess, in aspects of my Vedic astrology birth chart that would work with me. Now, Vishnu is the sun deity, and I love being in the sun. I always have, like, from the time that I was little. I would always do like my morning mantras also facing the sun when I was in New York. But until I actually looked into it, I really didn't understand what it was, and I'm trying to get more well versed in it. This is just something that I wanted to share, that I said that I would share, and just so that you guys could see, because when you do the mantra, usually they'll have like the mala beads, and I had some mala beads. I don't know where they are. They're packed away somewhere. I had this real pretty one that was black with the red tassel and the Om symbol on it in white, and I don't know where they are. But I just wanted to share this with you, as far as if you do decide to start getting into it. And this is something that I'm going to share on my channel, so that people can have something else to look into as far as different spiritual sources. Because again, Christ is not for everyone. I like having options, and you have to go with whatever works for you. Now, if you know your time of birth, you can look up what your Vedic astrology chart is, and it will give you the deities that will work best with you. In the Vedic astrology, my sun sign is Aquarius. In Western astrology, my sun sign is Pisces. I tend to like the Vedic astrology better because it gives you more practical ways that you can utilize the different things that are in your chart to help you to get through things, like when we are looking at dealing with karma and stuff like that. You get practical steps, more practical everyday steps of trying to how to figure out how to work with these different energies and work with the things that are going on in your chart. Like with Western astrology, there's a lot that you need to know in terms of like the houses, the planets, and stuff like that. I feel like it's a little bit more simplified to some degree when it comes to Vedic astrology, when it comes to doing things every day. So for me, I don't know if there are any deities that are attached to the different things in my chart with my Western astrology, but with Vedic astrology, I know that there are, and there are mantras that are attached to those deities that can actually help me through the things that I'm going through. So I started, like I said, doing the one for Lakshmi and Ganesha together, the Om Lakshmi Ganapataye Namaha, and then just for Ganesha to remove obstacles, which, like I said, I'm heavily getting back into doing that again now because I need some things cleared away. Like, it just feels like it's been one thing after another um, in my way of me trying to get things done. Every time I feel like I'm making strides forward, it seems like there's always something that impedes me. So I'm doing the Om Ganapataye Namaha. So we do it 108 times, and this is the significance of it. The mathematical and cosmic harmony when it comes to 108. 108 is considered a spiritually complete number in Vedic tradition. The distance from the Earth to the Sun is approximately 108 times the Sun's diameter. The distance from the Earth to the Moon is approximately 108 times the Moon's diameter. And there are 108 sacred texts, okay, when it comes to Vedic astrology. Sanskrit has 54 letters, each with masculine, which is Shiva, and feminine, which is Shakti aspects, and that equals 108, and we add 54 and 54. Energetic completion, and yoga philosophy. And I used to study yoga when I was like 11, 12 years old. I wasn't allowed to because we just got into the Seventh-day Adventist faith. But I was really, really into the whole yoga philosophy back then. And I kind of continued a little bit here and there. But in the yoga philosophy, repeating a mantra 108 times completes one full cycle of energy through the body and consciousness. It's believed this is the minimum needed for the mantra's vibration to fully penetrate and create transformation. And this is like within your energetic self. Practical in spiritual science, one represents the divine unity of God. The 0 represents emptiness, completeness, and spiritual practice. And the 8 represents the infinity, which we know, or eternity. And together, the one divine infinite reality. And then you have the mala beads. So traditionally, japa malas have 108 8 beads, specifically for counting the mantras, making the practice of meditation more focused without having to mentally count as you're doing the mantras. So it's ideal, for the consistency when you're trying to do something, which I tend to like. And the deities respond to sincere devotion, not just the numbers. So when you think about the things that you go through, it's just like saying a prayer. You don't just want to say an empty prayer. You want to say something that has a form of meaning, behind it. And it's hard to be able to do that when you are trying to count the number to get that 108 for completion. But it's definitely something that I am into in terms of dealing with other deities. And you can look at Christ as a deity. Some spiritual source that is reverenced or worshipped or honored. I tend to like other deities where I feel like spiritually I connect to more. And there's nothing wrong with that. Um, you have to go with whatever, whatever fits you. Um, so if, you guys are curious about learning more when it comes to what deities resonate with you, I'll try to do some things, but in terms of the different deities, looking at your charts and seeing, but the only thing is if you send me your information and you can leave a comment with your information, you don't have to put your real name if you don't want. But I will send something, I will send a message back to you. You have to know your time of birth. In order for you to get the full accurate reading, and this is for Western astrology as well as Vedic astrology, you have to know your time of birth. And I'll calculate out the birth chart for you, and I'll tell you what deities resonate best with you or would be the ones that are more prone to working with you, simply because they already are a part of your birth chart. Just let me know. You send me your birthday. You can send me an email if you'd like. I will send the information back in the form of a video, a private video that I will give to you. And if you have any questions in regards to the best way to work with them, because I'll just give you the deities that work with you. I can also, if you send like $10, well, you would have to reach me through Cash App, and I'll leave my Cash App information. But before any of that, you would have to contact me. I will get back to you, and if you want it all in full video, I will put in there the deities that are best to work with, the mantras that would be best. If you have any questions about what it is that you are trying to achieve, and I will give you mantras for that to help. Why are they going so fast through the parking lot? I will give you mantras for that, and some information on the deities that work best with you. Everything takes time, and so $10 is not a lot in regards to if this is something that you are looking for, that you feel in the long run could actually help you. I know for myself, like I said, I started to see this immediately. I remember the one day that I was, on my way to work, and I was told that, I got a call. They said that they didn't need me, and I was like, okay, they was taking me off, and I was like, okay, like I was expecting to be able to come in. I started to do the mantra, and I wasn't even that far into doing the mantra, maybe a good 30, 25, 30 in as far as the rounds of repeating it. And they called me back and asked, they said, this other person called out, would you like to still come in and take their place? And I was like, sure. This happened to me on more than one occasion. Like, it happened like 3 days in a row. When I did the mantra, it actually happened. I was told too that I wasn't supposed to be getting these slots, because they first were supposed to be going to full-time people. and I was getting them. Um, and, you know, for whatever reason, I stopped doing the mantras because I was getting back into the habit of doing it. But other things happen, and sometimes, you know, it takes a while for a habit to stick. But the point being, for me, the mantras work. They may work for you as well if it's something that you're into. I know right now I just started doing the mantras to have obstacles cleared, and when I went to take care of something earlier, I seen that like it happened again. My situation got opened up, and so I'm like, okay, just shows me over and over again, like Ganesha is the male deity for me. Vishnu, I like, but I don't really do a lot to Vishnu, but I'm going to start doing ones to Vishnu as well and leaving offerings and so forth. But I just go with what my spirit tends to like and is moved towards. So, like I said, if you guys are interested and you want some help when it comes to certain things, if you'd like to know the deity that will best work with you, send me your information. I would need your birthday, time and place of birth, and I would also need $10 for everything, and I'll give you the deities that are best to work with, mantras that are good to use. Give me a question about whatever your situation is, and I'll give you mantras for that situation to get through, and also give you information about the deities that you know are best to work with in terms of giving you information about them. I'll tell you the deity, but then I'll also give you information on them and how you can honor them. Anyway, I just wanted to share that because, like I said, I'm kind of going through my own little thing, and I do like to share the things that I go through. Whatever I tend to deal with, it's always something personal. And if it works for me, I figure, hey, why not? It may work for you guys as well. So anyway, until the next time, I will talk to you guys later. And I will leave my information in the description below for you to send whatever information. And like I said, I will send the information back to you if you'd like to have a video for everything. I'll send it in a private link for only you to be able to look at unless you share it with someone. Until then, be well.